welcome viewers, presenting the latest domestic and international news from the entire world and our country Eritrea. Live from the headquarters of Asmara is me, Hermela Gurmai, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. Meeting with national organizations in Sweden. Ninth meeting of Eritrean National Committee in Germany. At least 62 dead after torrential rain floods in Spain's Valencia region. And UN heat-related deaths and diseases rising due to climate change. On our domestic news, Ambassador Sahat M. Petros, Eritrea's non-resident ambassador to Sweden, held a meeting with leaders of Eritrean national organizations in Sweden. The meeting focused on strengthening organizational capacity, nurturing competent and patriotic youth, and discussing the situation in the homeland and the progress of national development programs. Ambassador Sahatin emphasized that the organization is the foundation of success, calling on nationals in Sweden to enhance their organizational strengths, reinforce resilience against external hostilities, and increase participation in national affairs. He also provided a comprehensive briefing on the current situation in the homeland, including the country's modest contributions to promoting peace and stability in the region. In related news, Mr. Mohammed Ali Mohammed Said charged the affairs at the Eritrean Embassy for Scandinavian countries, and Mr. Yaman Gabrekidan, head of consular affairs, conducted a seminar for nationals in Norway. The seminar focused on reinforcing the fourth front, which emphasizes the role of the Eritrean diaspora in national development programs and resilience, as well as consular services. During the seminars held in Copenhagen and Aarhus on 26 and 27 October, Mr. Mohammed highlighted that strengthening the fourth front is strengthening the role and participation of nationals in the national affairs. He also commended the strong involvement of nationals in Denmark in the national affairs and encouraging the continuation of this commitment. Mr. Yamane provided a detailed overview of consular services and related procedures. Participants expressed their determination to strengthen their organizational capacity and increase their involvement in the national development programs. The Eritrean National Committee in Germany convened for its 9th meeting on 26 October in Frankfurt. The gathering included representatives from various national committees and members of the Eritrean Commission from cities across Germany. Mr. Johannes Waldu, charged the affairs at the Eritrean Embassy in Germany, provided a comprehensive briefing on the objective situation in the homeland, as well as on regional and global developments. He emphasized the importance of the national committees' contributions and active participation in implementing national development programs and strengthening organizational capacity. During the meeting, the National Committee presented a mid-year activity report for 2024, highlighting both achievements and challenges encountered. Participants engaged in an in-depth discussion on the report and expressed their commitment to enhance their contributions to national initiatives and participate actively in the implementation of the programs planned for 2025. Al-Auda School in the Tessenei subzone awarded 154 outstanding students, including 18 female students, for their exceptional performance in the 2023 and 2024 8th grade national examination. Mr. Ali Omar, the school's director, highlighted that the students' achievements were the result of their hard work, the dedication of their teachers, and the steadfast support of their parents. He noted that the awards aim to recognize these outstanding students and inspire their peers to pursue academic excellence. Mr. Mohammed Ali Ibrahim, head of the education office in the subzone, emphasized that recognizing high-achieving students serves as a strong motivator, encouraging both the recipients and other students to strive for similar success. Mr. Siem Gebreyesus, the administrator of the subzone, extended his congratulations to the awardees and their parents and teachers. He encouraged the students to continue excelling in their higher education and urged the public to play an active role in enhancing the teaching and learning process. Dear viewers, stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Emergency services continued search and rescue operations after flash flood hit southern and eastern Spain. At least 62 people have died in that swept through Spain's eastern region of Valencia after torrential rain, local authorities have said. Heavy storms on Tuesday triggered floods across parts of southern and eastern Spain. Footage shared on social media showed vehicles being swept away down street by the mud-colored water. More than 1,000 soldiers from Spain's emergency resource units were deployed to affected areas, and the central government set up a crisis committee to help coordinate rescue efforts. Emergency services in Valencia urged citizens to avoid any kind of road travel and to follow further updates from social sources. At least 62 people have died in the floods, Valencia's regional government said in a statement on Wednesday. Carlos Mazon, the regional leader of Valencia, told a news conference that some people remained isolated in inaccessible locations. If emergency services have not arrived, it's not due to a lack of means or predisposition, but a problem of access, Mazon said, adding that reaching certain areas was absolutely impossible. Ricardo Gobaldon, the mayor of Utel, a town in Valencia, told national broadcaster ERi-TV that yesterday was the worst day of my life. Several people were still missing in his town. We were trapped like rats. Car and trash containers were flowing down the streets. The water was rising to 3 meters, he said. On our last international news, Lancet report says average person experiences 50 more days of dangerous temperatures than normal due to climate crisis. Climate change is raising temperatures to dangerous levels, causing more deaths and the spread of infectious diseases, while worsening drought and food security, a new report by health experts has warned. In 2023, the hottest year on record, the average person experienced 50 more days of dangerous temperatures than they would have without climate change. According to the Lancet Countdown, an annual report released on Wednesday based on work by 122 experts, including the World Health Organization. The report was released as hurricanes, droughts, and have continued in full force this year, which is expected to surpass 2023 to become the hottest year on record. Current policies and actions, if sustained, put the world on track to 2.7 degrees Celsius of heating by 2100, the report said. Of 15 indicators that the experts have been tracking over the last 8 years, 10 have reached concerning new records, the report said, including increasing extreme weather events, elderly deaths from heat, and people going without food as droughts and floods hit crops. The elderly are the most vulnerable, with the most number of heat-related deaths in people over 65 last year, reaching a level of 167% above the number of such deaths in the 1990s. Year on year, the deaths directly associated with climate change are increasing, said Marina Belen Romanello, executive director of the Lancet Countdown. But heat is also affecting not just the mortality and increasing deaths, but also increasing the diseases and the pathologies associated with the heat exposure, she said. Rising temperatures are profit losers too, the report said. Last year's extreme heat cost the world an estimated 512 billion potential labor hours, worth hundreds of billions of dollars in potential income. Dear viewers, and now a recap of tonight's news headlines. Meeting with national organizations in Sweden. 9th meeting of Eritrea National Committee in Germany. At least 62 dead after torrential rain floods in Spain's Valencia region. And UN heat-related deaths and diseases rising due to climate change. Dear viewers, that was all for tonight. Thank you for watching.